I could put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
ELO form, they said we're going to start where the Beatles left off with I Am the Walrus. That was their opening press conference kind of thing. Anyway, have we started yet, or should we begin?
Well, Terrence Darby said that he was going to be bigger than the Beatles.
He stinks. Terrence.
He had that one album, and that was it. No, we never heard from him again.
Yeah, exactly. Should we start?
We already started.
Are we underway? Two Dicks, comedy podcast, Talking Dicks. Who are we, Alfred? Are we the Talking Dicks? Well, we
are the Talking Dicks comedy podcast, the spinoff to the web series The Two Dicks. Al Romas has done 106 of these now. This is a 106th volume. We call them volumes because our web series, The Two Dicks, were called episodes. You can catch it all on YouTube, Facebook.
All on YouTube. Yeah, and we've had some guests. I'm out of sorts with just talking to you. We've had some guests lately, and we kind of question them, and they throw it back to us, and now it's just you and I, and the whole thing started off kind of weird, but whatever. But how are you, Alfred? What's going on there in Studio City, California?
Studio City, California. I'm second day of my second vaccine, the Moderna. And my only side effects, other than a sore arm, was I had some aching joints, lower back, my hip, kind of. And I had I didn't have a continuous headache, but I had a couple of times when it was just like a little bit of a throb for like 30 seconds, then it would subside, and then hours later it would do it again. So first I was trying to figure out if it had been from me I've been doing a lot of hiking the last few months, and sometimes I'm a little sore after a hike, but I took 2 days out of hiking, so I think it was the Moderna, but all symptoms have subsided, and I think I'm ready to get back to this.
Back to podcasting? I don't know what that means. Standing up comedy? You going to do some standing outside?
You know what I keep getting?
Indoors,
I'm getting...
Or...
Yeah, I'm getting the, hey, that outdoor gig has been moved indoors now, 25% capacity. So are you okay with that? I'm like, I'm fine. Let's go. Yeah. And then 3 or 4 days later, going, hey, they just canceled it. It's just like, come on. So I've gotten like
California
I've gotten like 3 or 4 of those in the last 10 days, and it's really getting annoying because I was getting pumped up to be getting back to normal.
Yeah,
but,
well, you're in the worst state for stand-up. I mean, there's just no one, you're not doing anything.
But we are
not going to happen.
But our new cases of COVID are down by like 30%. So.
Who cares? It's over. I don't want to talk. It's over. If you die of COVID now, you're just
we can't because we both been vaccinated. They say the data shows that we have a 100% chance, 100% chance of not dying of COVID-19 or even being hospitalized. So if you
die of it now, you're a fucking loser, and I don't care. So it doesn't matter.
Right,
so
and all the people that said they weren't going to get a vaccine. Yeah. Half of them have gotten it.
Good luck to you.
No, half of them have gotten it. They're like closet people. They're like...
You have a lot of stats. I don't know what's going on with you now. You have a lot of stats going on today.
Well, I take in the data. And
a lot of data.
No, well, and it's from various sources, so I'm trying to sort it out and make up my own
Maybe that gave you the headache. Maybe that was the throbbing, reading all this data.
Been, but...
it sounds like a... Well,
speaking of throbbing,
Friday?
How's your dating life going?
Is today Friday?
Well,
yes, it is
Friday.
Friday.
You skimmed right over that.
I have a show tonight. I'll be performing live standing up comedy in a room that used to hold 120, I think. They wrote me this morning. It'll be about 30 or 40.
Hey,
we're doing
you know what?
50.
For COVID times, that's a nice audience. And you know as well as I do, sometimes 30 or 40 people can be the best show out of the weekend.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, that always becomes sort of like a comedian's one of those stories, where comedians like to always say that. Yeah, I had one show, it was 4 people, best show of my life.
That's an exaggeration.
Right.
I'm just saying.
It was not the best show.
No, because backstage we're like, fuck, why did we have this show? There's only like fucking 22 people. This is, ugh. And we walk out there like, all right, let me just go through it. All of a sudden they're like responding and we're surprised. We're like, oh, wow, let's give it to them.
I've done this so long now, and I still get that wrong with the guessing the audience. I still don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'll look at a crowd and go, they're going to suck. And they're great. or they're going to be great. I can't do it. I can't.
How many times?
Some comedians like to see the room beforehand. I can't because I will.
That Saturday night,
all the time.
8 o'clock, 9 out of 10 times, it's a walk through the park. It's easy. But that 10th time, you're like, I was expecting so much more from them. They were unsettled. There was a lot of chatter.
Right.
They weren't with us. What happened?
But I don't like the Saturday 8 o'clock show. I don't like it.
They're not
it's
there
too
yet.
much with
They haven't had enough to
drink.
drink.
And the couples, they're dating. They're coupled, married.
They're full
couples
from
are
dinner.
out. Yeah, and they're almost like the expectations are too high. It's not, and they're not really a comedy. They're doing something on a Saturday night. I like a Thursday or a Sunday night crowd. They came out to see comedy.
Right.
Those people like comedy. And if it's 50 or 60 of those, I'll take that over 300 on a Saturday, 8 o'clock, where the owner's like, we're packed. It's going to be great. And you're like, I don't know if it's going to be great, to be honest. But you got to be like, oh, yeah, great.
Yeah,
Great.
fantastic.
Glad you're packed. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, you're like, it's going to suck. But we pull it through. We do it.
How's my lighting, by the way? I'm changing the subject for a second here. I have a, you know what it is? I have a,
Let me look.
I have a blemish or a
herpes.
blind.
Herpes.
Are you done?
Herpes.
A blind pimple, as it may be, on the bridge of my nose, and
Simplex number 5.
So I fiddled with it. Too soon.
You can't fiddle with it.
Too soon.
Ooh.
And
you got the finger, the oil.
Oh my
skin
God! I fiddled with it too soon. I think
see
I
it
sent
now.
it inward.
Now that you point it,
I sent it inward.
I see it from
to
here.
my brainstem. Yeah.
See, I wouldn't have noticed,
there?
but now if you're on
See
the Patreon,
You are
join
missing.
the
Look at
Patreon just to see Alfred's Mount Vesuvius. Oh my God, sir, please! I haven't had lunch yet. Jesus Christ, that is awful.
It's looking better than 48 hours ago.
Oh,
and
wow, that looks a little like Michael. What's his name? Rappaport. Did you see that whole thing? He had that big herpes sore on his lip, and he claims it's not herpes. And
of course it is.
It was a whole
thing. You can have herpes on your lips. It lies dormant in your spine.
You can, not me.
And it's usually passed down from a parent. And
I don't think. Don't blame your parents for that. It's passed down by a skank you met in Rhode Island in 1981. The hell are you talking about?
First of all, it was 84.
84 at the beach.
And it was a lady boy. So get your facts right. At least my data is ballpark. Yours is way off.
You were hanging at the Newport Creamery.
Well, that's why. Newport. Mary.
Hey, this is a speaking of which has no meaning there.
We're going to talk about the masturbators? Or the Masters?
It's a big weekend. It's the
is.
Masters weekend. Is that even... Can we even? Isn't it amazing they still call it that?
Incorrect.
In Georgia?
It's politically incorrect. Yes.
The Masters.
Yes, and all the black slaves would prepare all the lawns and the holes.
Yes, master.
Well, actually, golf wasn't invented until the 1890s, 1860s. Do you remember?
I don't have the data on that one. I'm surprised you don't have it in front of you.
Maybe it was earlier.
I think it was. I don't know. I don't know.
16.
I can't guess it.
Wasn't it some king uses cane? You there?
Let's be honest.
Smack.
Well, polo is a form of, isn't that kind of the same with the horses and the dogs and the kind of this mallets and blacks aren't allowed to play that either until I don't know if they're still allowed. I don't think they're allowed to play polo now.
They're not allowed to play in the NHL. I know that. Well, I think they can have 1 or 2 per season is the cap.
Yeah, that's where we cap it off. That seems about right. Here's
the deal, folks. We're just pointing out.
Don't give a disclaimer.
All right.
How dare you? How dare you?
We're making fun of it. It's just about
Masters weekend.
Listen, a majority of the NBA is made up of African Americans because that's a kind of an inner city thing.
They jump higher. Let's be honest. They jump higher than whitey.
Yeah, white men can't jump.
They can't.
They can't. But a few can.
No.
But not many. But it's just a matter of that's an inner city thing. So of course, and whereas the NHL is a lot of it's not.
That's your ice. That's your ice. Your skates. Your parents taking you there at 4 a.m. to different cultural thing going on there. It's cultural.
More of a whitey cracker thing.
I never played it. I never played
We
hockey.
played street
I didn't
hockey
wear
and
skate. Street hockey a bit, but I never wore skates and went to a rink.
I did. We had
did all
the
that
Cranston,
shit. I didn't do that.
The Cranston ice rink was a mile from my house, and we don't.
Is that where you met Mary Jane Rottencrotch?
And she gave me Rottencrotch.
Herpes sore that comes out
in
2021 on your nose.
Rottencrotch, I believe you are sitting upon my face. Please remove your snail scum now.
I don't know why suddenly there was an accent involved. Why would that be?
Because
Newport,
Rottencrotch
Rhode
sounds
Island.
very British to me.
Oh, yeah.
That's how my mind works.
So it's a big weekend, man. Masters. Do you watch the Masters? Are you a guy? Will you Sunday afternoon?
Sunday afternoon. I mean, it depends on what's going on.
The back nine.
If I'm in a hotel room at a gig, if I'm on a cruise ship, it's Masters is on the TV.
Right.
At home, I live with this dame.
That's yeah.
What about when she's like, go ahead, watch whatever you want. But if there's a show that she wants to watch or something, I like having it on in the background. I like to.
But
I think he's pulling back. I think he should be using a 9, but he's going for the 8 because there's a wind at his face. I did an accent again. I don't know why.
Some of those guys have accents.
Yes, they do. But the British Open, you'd get more of that, right?
But without Tiger, you have interest?
Well, first of all, I was wondering, under the circumstances of his recovering, he doesn't have a shot. He's not going to. He didn't make the cut.
What? Sir, he's in a bed in Florida.
I know.
He's badly injured.
Is he up walking at all? What's the latest on him?
I don't know if he's even. I don't know.
I think his career's over.
No, he'll be back.
Really?
I predict he'll be back.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you have any inside data?
I don't have any inside data. I just predict
Captain,
he'll be back.
Captain, it appears that Mr. Woods has a 94% chance of not playing ever again.
Who was that? That was good.
That was Data.
Oh,
number 1, you smell like number 2.
Wow. This thing, we're all over the map here. I don't know what's happening half the time, but
all right, let's do our master predictions. Do you like your repeat, Dustin Johnson?
Can you imagine? CBS though when they heard Tiger was without Tiger, the ratings that's a challenge right there. Because even for me, who I like the Masters, without Tiger on Sunday,
they should have put.
I don't make a point of watching. I'm not making a point. But Tiger's in. I'm there all day Sunday.
Yeah, what I'm saying is they should have arranged to wheel him out on a stretcher with the IV and do something like swing a club.
Right.
Take pictures.
Or have the ex-wife swing the club at him while they wheel him out. You know what I mean? Old Elin. Yeah. That would have been fun.
Oh, that would have been a great sketch to get two actors look like actors to do that.
Oh, here's Tiger.
Why do you come up with these viral videos when it's too late?
When it's too late, man. I don't know. So who do you got? Who do you like Sunday?
Well, my buddy
on
there,
the green jacket.
Ooh, my buddy there, Bryson.
DeChambeau.
DeChambeau. He's got a French name.
That sounds like a liqueur.
He choked last year, right?
Yes. Well, November. It was November at the Masters because of COVID.
Right.
So it was a weird year where Dustin Johnson won. But the course wasn't the same. Now the course is the way a Masters course is supposed to be. So he won 20 under. So they're saying the winner of this one will be like 11 under or 10 under maybe. It's not going to be as easy as it was in November. So
wow, you have a lot of data.
I have a lot of data on this. Yes, sir. Yeah, big weekend. Love the Masters weekend. But who do you like? You're saying DeChambeau? You like the
Dustin Johnson is what? He's American, right?
Yes, sir.
Is DeChambeau American? I don't even know.
I think he's American, yes.
All right. Well,
yes.
I have to lean towards.
You only go with Americans?
To lean towards the Americans, but I do have some other players that I do like that live in.
At least with Johnson, they give a shot of Paulina Gretzky every other minute standing there. Holy smokes!
Oh, the daughter.
That's his fiance. His fiance.
That's the great. The daughter of the great one.
The great one. The great one made. His daughter is a great one.
That's
holy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary. Oh. Do you want to you want to play a little pitch and putt? Oh, Mary.
Wow. All right. There we go. I don't know who that was, but a Ted Baxter, I believe.
I know. I broke the rule. I didn't say who I was doing.
Right. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Lou! Oh, please, Lou. All right, Ted.
All right. I'm going to book more guests, I got to be honest.
All right, I understand. You know what it is? Mark Norman was supposed to be on today, and you threw him under the bus.
I didn't throw Mark Norman. Mark Norman screwed up his little book. And
you got to remember,
I wrote to him.
We're dealing with comedians,
Wednesday.
and this is not uncommon.
I know. Well, it was funny because I was listening to his podcast, Tuesdays with Stories, and he was talking about getting an assistant, or he needs an assistant, and then Wednesday I just sent him a message going, "Hey man, just confirming Thursday, talking dicks," and he goes, "What? Isn't that today? We're doing it today." I go, "Tomorrow, 3:00." What? Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And so I go, "No problem. We'll do it next Thursday, whatever, for Friday." Release, and he's like, "Okay, buddy, it's in the book, it's all set."
I'll send him the invite officially now that we fired our producer.
Yeah.
Well, she quit.
I would send
she quit. She quit on the two dicks
on the job about 24 hours.
No, she was 9 days in. She was like, "You know what? You two are idiots."
Yeah,
and you need.
I got an email going. You're on your own, dicks.
You need some like
wow.
She said you need some like 22-year-old gay boy to handle you two.
Oh. All right.
So that we'd be homophobic, but be afraid to say anything. So
your picks for the Masters, sir. Stay with it. Masters weekend.
I like the repeats. Let's go Bryson. I'm sorry. Let's go Dustin Johnson.
Oh, you go Dustin Johnson to repeat his victory from November.
Let's see if he's got the right stuff to do a repeat under the circumstances that you pointed out.
Interesting. All right. I think he's probably the favorite. If not, he's probably one or two right, pick. I like, I'm going to go with Jordan Spieth to,
he choked 3 years ago.
He's had some problems, but he seems to be back. And this looks like the kind of weekend that could put him back, in the mix. So I'm going to take Mr. Spieth.
Are we wagering a cigar, a stick, if you will?
Well, let's do if Spieth wins, you'll send me a cigar, and if Johnson wins, I'll send you one. If not, then we'll just push it to the next sporting or whatever event.
Fair enough.
So it's an easy one there.
Hey, I went over Jackie Flynn's last night for a boys' night out. We're trying to do them once a week.
Name dropper.
We're trying to do a once a week-ish boys' night out, and so far we've been doing it in backyards. And he's got a nice setup in the backyard. He's got the, what do you call it? Peru. You know what I'm talking about. He's got the outdoor yard thing. It's all set up. Outdoor
tiki bar?
No. It's like a covered area with a TV and heaters and he's got like an outdoor kind of kitchen.
Okay, like a patio with a covered patio.
Yeah, a pergola. Would you call it a pergola?
I don't know what that means.
Maybe I have the wrong word. If you know what it is, mention it in the comment section below. Thank you very much.
I like percolated coffee though. That's my favorite kind of coffee. An old percolator.
Well, anyways, he and his neighbor friend. His neighbor friend lives about 4 or 5 doors away, which is interesting because he has like 2 neighbors side by side. I go, "Do you talk to those?" He goes, "No, I hardly ever see them. I don't even know really their names." He goes, "But the neighbor that's one of his best buds lives like 4 or 5." I go, "That's the way you want to do it. You don't want your immediate neighbors to be too friendly. You want to keep that on the down low."
Yeah.
Anyways, they make beer, homemade.
I don't know what the point.
They make homemade beer and I can't say that part, but they make homemade beer
and whiskey.
No whiskey.
Why can't you say that? Is that against the law to make whiskey?
Yes.
What are we in 1910 here? What is this?
Well, they're not crossing state lines, but they made.
What are you talking about?
They made one batch of
You
homemade.
can make whiskey and drink it, grow pot and smoke it. You can do whatever
they have a still. That's illegal.
You can bang your sister. You can do whatever you want. It's America, goddammit.
That's true.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, they're making their own beer, and they've won multiple awards. Most of them blue ribbons at these Oktoberfest. It's not like everyone's a winner. There's different categories.
Yeah.
Dude, we sampled 5 of them yesterday. You do like 3 or 4 sips of each. Outstanding. And I've made homemade beer before back in the 90s, I made wine and beer. But these guys have vats, temperature controlled. They have reverse water osmosis. They take everything out of the water and they start putting in their stuff back in, the minerals, the yeast, the sugar, and it's incredible. Yeah. And you walk right up to the tap. He's got like a double garage, twice as big as yours, by the way. And you just walk up to the tap and you go, and above the bar, he's got a big screen TV. It's awesome. Just sharing that with you.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why you can't just buy beer. I don't know why we can make it. You know what I mean? I think that was Mark Norman. I think the guy we were just talking about, Mark Norman, had a joke about that where I watched on his special where he's saying his friend was like, let's go to this brewery. You can see how beer is made. And he's like, why don't we just go to a bar? I don't want to see how it's made. He goes, I don't watch porn and wonder, you know, he goes, I like to watch porn. I don't need to see, you know, the broken home that she came from. You know, so.
That is true.
You know, the same.
All true.
Yeah.
But the same thing with the pizza, you know. They have these
again. I agree with that.
Yard pizza makers where you can get the oven up to like 900 degrees,
snooze.
950 degrees, and you make pizzas in 60 seconds, and it comes out. It's unbelievable. You can do the wood fire. You can. It's. Is it? Huh?
Is it unbelievable?
Yes, I've experienced.
Better than having a really good pizza delivered.
What I'm saying is, I've been in places where they have the same setup inside of a restaurant, and I'm sitting at a bar, and there's
that's great.
There's a pizza, like it looks like an igloo, and they got wood burning in the back of the pizza. You can see everything, and the guy's sticking the thing in there and he spins it around, lifts it up, and checks it out, pulls it out, puts it in front of you with a glass of red wine. The whole experience is amazing to me, and you can do this now in your yard. And people are like, "Why don't you just order good pizza from a good pizza place?"
Yeah, well, it's the same thing with people who now they're all baking bread. It's like, just go buy some fucking bread. Why is everyone baking bread?
Because it's a pandemic. It's a pandemic.
Why do I want to see Tom Papa making bread every day on video on Facebook? It's like, who gives a shit?
He's a very nice man. That's all I have to say.
Well, who cares? I don't know him. He's probably a very nice man. Yes, good. But why do I have to see videos every day popping up of Tom Papa making
Jekyll and Hyde. What?
You're a comedian. God, like, what did this be? Just go buy some bread. I don't understand it. I don't know why we're baking bread.
When I was a much younger man, because I like to cook, as you know, and someone bought me as a gift.
Homo.
My fiance bought me a bread maker because I was looking at them in the a department store. I was checking them out.
Really?
Baking bread at home, unless you're doing the real baking bread, like you're rich and you got a big pizza oven, baking oven, that's okay. But it's the cleanup. It's the cleanup.
Oh, come on.
The cleanup.
What is this? I mean, I know it's
if you're close to a good bakery, go get your bread there. It's worth the $2.
I don't know. I know. Yes. And that's right. And it's cheap. It's fucking cheap. You know, great bread in an Italian bakery. It's not even expensive.
Oh, it's so
you know,
good.
And just go in there and smell it.
You go in the morning, you get it, and it's still warm.
Yeah. Oh, my.
And you take it home and you cut off a piece.
Mm.
You can do whatever you want with it. You can eat it plain.
Yeah. What do you do with it?
Put butter on it.
Oh.
You can make a sandwich.
Oh, I thought you were going the other way. I didn't know what you were doing with it. I didn't know. Oh, eggs. Oh, dip it in the eggs and while they're cooking. Holy God. Now I'm hungry. I'm going to
pop my zit.
That thing will show me that again. I don't want to eat for a while. There it is. Look at patreon.com/the2dicks. You're seeing that thing's a disaster.
Yeah. Well, it's all drying up now.
You don't have any shows.
It's all dry. You know,
You're lucky you don't have any shows.
Well, I sent you a video of me with the mask on because my wife said put a mask on. She took apple cider vinegar and mixed it with some powder shit, and she said put this on your face. And
it didn't work. I got to be honest. That looks
my
pretty
entire
bad.
face is so clean, except for this.
Yeah, except for that spot. Yeah. Tonight, I'm in the Firehouse Cultural Center in Ruskin. You and I were going to be
Bring
there.
your pillows, people.
1 year. 1 year ago, we were booked to be there as the Two Dicks.
And we got yanked.
At the Ruskin Cultural
the
Center, and then the pandemic hit. So now I'm there a year later, solo. And it's funny, it's called the Firehouse. cultural center. You got a firehouse, and it's cultural center. We're a small town. We're going to combine a lot of shit
use
here.
the
We're gonna
space.
Firehouse, cultural center. I mean, it's a fill-in station. I don't know what else.
Well, if you're in the area, go see Al Romas there. It will not
7:30 tonight.
It will not be the Two Dicks. It will be just Dickless.
Solo Dick. How dare you, sir? Solo Dick.
We're out. Patreon.com/The Two Dicks, which is named after our web series. This is the Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
What?
Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
No, really, don't mess with me, because I don't come down to the bus station and slap the dick out of your mouth when you're working, do I? Oh, get on up here, motherfucker. Give me security. I'm sorry, man. The guy fucking came at me. What do you think, folks?
No way.
Okay, show.
Subscribe. Mary.
Patreon.com/The Two Dicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.